You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Weeds. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Weeds news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Weeds.
Yo, what up, AFTERBUZZers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy, rocking with you from the booth. I'm rocking with you, and I'm also rocking with
David Schifilliti.
You're supposed to be on top of this. We practice.
I know, it just feels weird to me announcing my own name sometimes. Always, actually. I feel like I deserve some sort of fanfare.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live from LA's AFTERBUZZ TV studio, David Skiff. Wait, what did I say your nickname was before this?
Skiff.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So why did you just not get excited about it?
I did get excited about
you
it.
didn't.
It was just an internal excitement.
Oh, whatever, David.
Whatever your face.
Whatever my face.
It's a good comeback. For all
So
of
how was
you
your week?
listeners.
How's your weekend been?
My week has been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
How's your week been?
You know, chilling.
Chilling,
Working. Buzzing.
after buzzing.
And I ain't talking about that liquor.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
When someone's drunk, it's buzzed. They say they're buzzed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I'm
with
after
you.
buzzing. I'm not buzzed like liquor buzzed.
You're hungover.
Okay, never mind.
Clearly, if it's
Clearly you can
after-
only speak about freaking
I don't know.
weeds.
Clearly, I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing today.
Okay.
But if you're after buzzed, you're hungover.
From this amazing episode, which was called Cats, Cats, Cats.
I hate you.
And really, Weeds? That was dumb.
The name of the episode?
Yeah.
No. It made sense.
It made sense just from that one quick little line that I didn't think that was the main focus of the episode.
Yeah, of course. Think about it.
I am thinking about it. Vermont.
Trying to get rid of Zoya,
Mm-hmm.
whom we figured out her name, finally. And that was Nancy's main focus, really. Getting rid of
No.
Zoya.
That was her focus towards the middle of it. Her main focus was trying to get out of this sticky situation that she was in.
Well, yes, but the
Which
secondary
included
story. The secondary story.
So we started. The opening was we always love our openings. This week was a little weird,
It was a little creepy.
but I kind of figured it out.
Okay, I'm still a little confused about it, so enlighten me.
I think I have it.
Okay.
So it was this little. What do they like to
Person.
be called?
Little person.
This little person. Because I did not write that.
I didn't write that either. But little person, nonetheless.
We'll edit that out. So the opening starts with this little person.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a 1920s like circus
Yeah.
or freak show or some sort.
I wrote those exact words.
And the title Weeds was upside down. The little person comes, flips it over, says created by, and then he gets on a tricycle and randomly rides it around.
Yeah.
Kind of brought me back to the 90s with Are You
hate
Afraid
it.
of the Dark?
Oh, I loved that show.
I loved it too, but it kind of freaked me out.
I know, me too.
So here's my thought of what the bike meant and the whole clown situation.
Okay, tell me. There was no clowns.
Well,
FYI.
the point was it being a circus. And
Yeah.
funny.
If there were clowns, I would have seriously freaked out.
a little person clown?
Like, not okay.
No.
Just putting that out there. Nothing about that is okay.
So I'm thinking that maybe this is going towards Andy. You know, Andy's trying really hard to have the successful bike business, and no one takes it seriously. Especially, what's her name? Foya?
Zoya.
Zoya. Foya.
Foya.
You in my foyer? Especially Zoya. We're actually looking at the scene now where
Stupid.
Zoya was in Andy's bike shop, and she was trying to take the bike, and she said, "You should make these stupid things for women and little children."
Yes.
So he was riding a small little tricycle, which to me that's like circus stuff. Like it's supposed to be funny, like to watch the little people on the tricycles and.
No comment.
Okay, well, why was he on a stage? Is that just entertaining to watch it? I think that's what they were going for.
No, I think that's what they were going for
Okay.
too.
I'm
that
being bold and saying it.
No,
Here we go.
it makes
Let's just play this so that Jesse...
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Nothing against small
Good.
people,
I'm
little
glad
people,
you're getting that and not me.
Yes, nothing against anybody of any... I'm freaking 5'5" myself, so...
You're very close.
Yeah. Point being, that's where I thought that came from.
No, that makes sense. It does make sense. I think you have a good stream of consciousness there, saying that no one takes him seriously with his bicycles and it's a joke. His little business.
His little business. There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Nancy, kind of upset they didn't continue from where they left off, which I don't think they ever do. Well, they did the week before.
Not normally.
But that was really an intense. I mean, I haven't felt that like on the edge of my seat with this show since it's been a while.
Yeah.
And David, please stop clicking the pen in. This is a microphone.
I know. I didn't know you could hear it.
Not only can I
one
hear
more
it, but I'm
time.
gritting my teeth.
Really?
Thank you.
Done. Sorry for all you people out there listening to me click my pen incessantly.
So Nancy wakes up with the CEO. Interesting. Kind of shocked me.
I wasn't expecting it to go to that.
Not at all, because last we left, Zoya told him to get out
Right.
before she wants to burn something.
I expected her to wake up with Zoya.
Right.
Like fully.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen how she got out of that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I didn't, I wish they started this episode where they left off last
Yeah,
time.
that would have been nice.
Also didn't understand why she told him about the FCC.
Nancy tends to fall hard, I think. Fall hard and fall quick for men, when it comes to men.
So you think she said it because she, really, really likes this guy?
I think so. I mean, she has that general history where she meets a guy, they sleep together, and she's, immediately in love with them.
What kind of syndrome is that?
She's like a serial dater.
Okay.
Sort of. But
Sort of.
she's more like, I don't know how to explain it.
Because even with...
She's very needy, I think. And craves the attention of someone else.
But part of me also feels like it's all a part of her diabolical plan. Even though she doesn't know it, but knowing that he's financially stable, he could help her out in
Yeah, but
certain ways.
why?
I didn't understand why she told him that.
That's what I'm saying. If she's looking to him to be her next husband or love interest or whatever, financial supporter, she wouldn't want to get rid of him. She'd want him to stay.
Right. So he gets mad, kicks her out.
Right. I mean, as anyone would.
Mm-hmm.
Because she tells him that she's wearing a wire. She was wearing a wire the previous night.
Cut to the scene of Zoya threatening one of the models for money. Basically, Silas has this whole scheme worked out where the drug business is run very mechanically.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw later on in the episode, he has a very good system.
Very impressive.
Very impressive system for the way he's laid out the business and his business plan, and it seems to be running pretty smoothly.
You know, she's causing a lot of trouble. Andy does not like it. Tells Nancy, you got to get rid of her. She's a raging lunatic.
I mean,
she's crazy.
She's nuts.
She told them that they needed a bear to guard the weed.
She's old school.
But if you think about it, exactly, you know, we'll get more into it later, but
it would have helped.
It would have really helped because anyone can break in and like steal something from a safe.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's hard, but unless you're coming with tranquilizers and who just has those?
Well, I mean, if you're not expecting to run into a bear.
Right.
But where does this right? Where does this bitch think she's getting a bear from? Like, where she's getting $700 to buy some clothes and a bear? Like,
well,
where
actually,
discount bear house?
My issue isn't can she find a bear, because I believe she could. I believe if anyone could find a bear, she could.
I'm sure she could find a bear.
I wish that was the opening.
Her shopping for a bear.
No. I wish the opening was a bear.
Oh, that would have been funny. In a tutu.
Sort. Oh yes.
Let's write them a letter.
Yep. And he could have been riding a tricycle,
and
but then that would have been
funny.
But it probably would have been cruelty to animals.
No, you make it a cartoon.
Yeah. I would have really liked to see a real bear.
Let's write them a letter. Dear Weeds produces.
Little side note. Have you ever seen the YouTube clip of the bear playing ice hockey?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
No.
Check it out, guys. Literally a lot. I mean, these bears can do a lot of things. So this is why I'm feeling.
Bears
she's
are
from
smart.
Russia.
Yeah.
She's from Russia.
She's from Russia.
You know Russia, that R&B singer.
I love Russia.
No.
I love his
She's
songs.
from Russia, and bears are very popular out there.
You are making this blanket statement. All Russians love bears.
No, but I'm saying, like, have you ever seen, like, the Russian circuses? They use bears and balls.
No. When was the last time you saw a Russian circus? I would love to know.
Well, last summer, I was traveling
with the Russian
abroad.
circus. Oh
No.
God. You don't know what you're talking about.
Look, stop. All right. I'm just saying, when I think Russia, I would definitely think bears.
I think bear, because it's cold.
Why? Why do you think bear? Where do you get that from?
Because it's cold in Russia.
Oh, that makes sense.
And you wear a lot of furs.
Okay.
Because to keep warm.
Right.
And
424-256-1729, guys. Give us a call. If you've ever seen a Russian circus
or a Russian bear.
Or a Russian bear.
We don't care if you've seen a Russian circus, but if you've seen a Russian bear, please call in. Please, please,
If you've
please.
seen a Russian bear in the Russian circus, I want to know.
I want to know too. And it can be any type of Russian bear. Doesn't have to be the animal type.
What? Is that a gay term?
A bear, Never mind, Jesse.
I guess
Never
so.
mind.
Yeah. So Zoya's threatening and whatever, and then Andy's flipping out, and
Well, because Zoya's like destroying his shop, basically.
literally, well, yeah, but she's destroying destroying a bike, and then she starts destroying the shop because she expresses to Andy that she wants to run away to Vermont.
Burlington, Vermont.
Which, if I'm gonna compare any place in the United States to Russia, it would be Vermont.
Really?
What would you pick?
Compare any place in the United States to Russia?
Yep.
Buffalo, New York.
Why? What?
Have you ever been to Buffalo?
Yes.
Why were you in Buffalo?
I visited some friends. What was the name of the college?
Canisius?
No. It wasn't in Buffalo. We went to Cornell University.
Oh, by Syracuse.
Yes. Okay. But no, we made a pit stop we went to Buffalo. We went to Albany. We like traveled. That was like our vacation was like northern New York. It was the worst vacation ever. Like hey, let's pick the coldest places we could possibly find.
And the most boring places in the entire world.
Albany,
upstate New York. I say buffalo because it's cold like Russia.
And buffalo is an animal like a bear.
And there's lots of foreigners in Buffalo.
Okay.
I mean, it's
All
not
right.
a great comparison, but it's better than Vermont.
Have you ever been to Vermont?
I have.
All right. Clearly, you don't know what you're talking about. Are there lots
No.
of bears in Buffalo?
Yeah, of
Okay, 'cause
course.
there's lots of bears in Vermont.
There's tons of bears, but I don't think having bears qualifies it as being
Right. It does
equal
for me.
to or less than
It
Russia.
does for me. All right. See, this is what happens, guys. I'm so sorry.
We don't talk about anything important.
Well, we get to it. It's just-
Eventually, we'll get there.
the problem is we watch the show and Nancy's so crazy. She leaks into our brains, and
You're crazy. You make me crazy.
I am.
So I've determined that.
They're gonna move to Vermont and open up a.
World-class hotel for dogs.
Because apparently they
By the
have,
way,
Russians love dogs.
World-class hotel for
In
dogs
Vermont.
in Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a small suburban town
Which,
in
if
Vermont.
any town in the United States can remind me of Russia, it would be Burlington.
It'd be Burlington, Vermont.
Zoya knows.
Zoya. Zoya. What the hell's her name? Zoya.
Zoya's down with the V. All right.
In more ways than one.
And so the point
I
is,
took it there.
Andy says, "Oh, I'm gonna piss this little Russian muffin off."
Russian muffin.
Because in Russia, they make lots of money.
Oh my God. You have no idea
Russia
what
is
you're
known
talking about. It's the world
bears.
capital of bears and muffins. Just in case you were wondering, that's where muffins were created. Russia. By bears.
I did not say all of that. But
You might as well.
their honey muffins are infinite.
Honey comes from bees, not from bears.
But Pooh is a bear.
Pooh is
and
a bear,
loves
and Pooh loves honey. I'll give you that.
Anyways. Oh my
God.
All
We've
right, so
lost
Andy
it today. Lost it.
and Andy lost it as well.
Mhm.
You know, so he says, "Oh, that'll be great. The three of us can move to Vermont, open up this world-class dog hotel, and we can not only have dogs but cats." And she flips out because in Russia they do not like cats at all.
They hate it.
There are no cats in Russia.
Not
actually,
one.
Um,
It's right next to China.
right.
Oh. I brought
Hold
it there.
on.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
I need at least one of those per show I do. I think.
So
I need to offend somebody.
you're
right?
pretty good in Pretty Little Liars.
I can't get a word in edgewise.
So yeah, but basically, you know, and not only will they have it for dogs and cats, but they're gonna spell cats with a K.
No, he says, forget the dogs, let's just have the cats. And it'll be a cat kennel, and we'll spell each word with a K. She freaks out, and she's like,
Freaks
you
out.
can't spell cat with K.
Weird.
It's a good Russian accent, though, right?
It was.
You
I'll
like
give
it?
you that. So she flips out, gets her to leave wherever they're at, leave the bike shop, and so on. Shane gets dropped off by the cops at the bike shop.
No,
Yeah.
at home.
No.
At home. Yes, because Nancy was supposed to go to the bike shop because she was warning Andy about Zoya showing up. And she was on the phone with Andy, and she was like, I'll be right there. And then she sees Shane being dropped off by the cops at home, and she goes upstairs,
Okay.
and the Inquisition begins.
And he basically tells her that he's majoring in criminal justice and wants Nancy to work with him, and that she's siding with the wrong son. Smart kid.
Yep, very smart. Well,
A little too smart.
a little too smart for his own good.
Mm-hmm. Needs a little more street smart.
Yes, well, yeah.
you know.
I mean, clearly, as evidenced by what we see later on, he needs a little bit more time.
Yeah.
And he should talk to people before deciding to do something.
Right. So basically what happened with Shane was he wanted to impress his mother so bad. He went to work and was going to help one of the officers out with some computer software.
Well, he clearly had an ulterior motive.
Right.
Yeah.
He helps this guy out, and within doing so, hacked into the computer and pulled up all the information on Pouncy House, which we learned last week was going to be the, Nancy's rival dealer.
Mm-hmm.
He prints all the stuff out, brings it to Nancy. Nancy's kind of excited about it. In the end, Shane, we're left seeing Shane. Actually, we're looking at it on the screen right now. But Shane basically, gets in trouble with his mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and got caught for printing them out. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think he got caught because obviously it was because of the printing, but like you can see recent printing history.
Yeah.
Come on, Shane.
I mean, I don't know why that didn't run through his head. Like, if I print this out, clearly there's going to be a paper trail, literally. And they're going to, I mean, you're in an office setting, technically. I mean, it is a police station, but, it's the police officers. And there is a main system hooked up to all the computers.
Got to email.
Right. What?
You need to email. It's 2011.
Yeah, but still, even an email, they would have been able to trace.
No, because
he would have had to go into his email account and then email Nancy or email himself. I mean, he shouldn't have been doing it at all.
He knows how to literally break the computer down to ones and zeros, which is why he said that's not traceable. But what is traceable is a paper trail.
Right. Or at least he could have downloaded it onto a disc.
Yeah, come on.
I mean,
bud.
that would have been better.
Come on, bud.
A disc. What are they called? Not a disc. People don't use discs anymore.
USB.
USB. Thank you.
His
floppy disk.
His floppy. So Emma, Michelle Trachtenberg's character,
Mm-hmm. So
visits
pretty. With her dark hair and her blue eyes.
I don't like that Jezebel.
What?
I don't like her.
Did you just call her Jezebel?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just wanted to.
That's old school right there.
She bothered me tonight.
I saw it coming.
Really? I didn't.
Yes, of course.
I didn't just because we knew that she was going to be a love interest. So I thought they would play it a little. I thought it would play out a little longer than it did.
It still might.
Mm-mm.
I think it might.
You stole every. Point being, basically, Michelle, Silas offers her a job.
Right.
To leave, and invites her to the house.
Well, offers her a job and then brings her back to his operation.
And shows her the entire
everything.
headquarters. Tells her everything about everything.
Stupid move.
Hopefully the brain, as he calls it, which is the computer that they're using, hopefully that has password protected and...
It doesn't matter, even if it is password protected or not.
Well, that way they can't steal the clients.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they end up going back to the house, and the two do the dirty, as they say.
Who are they?
Silas and Emma.
No. Never mind.
Oh, who's they that says
Who's they that says the dirty?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, okay. Michelle.
Her and her girls.
Her and her girls, they say do the dirty.
Do the dirty.
Okay. Whatever. Psycho.
Not only Michelle Obama, but it's a very popular term in Russia.
You are stuck on this Russia. You wait. We're going to have the Russian allegiance calling us, telling us that we are slandering the good name of Russia.
It's all right.
Until they show up here.
We'll get bears to protect us.
Okay.
So yeah, they do the dirty. Silas wakes up. Emma's gone.
Emma's gone.
Not only is she gone, but he notices that somebody ruffled through the documents Shane brought to the house.
No, I don't think that's what he noticed, because I think Nancy and what's his name, Andy, were looking it over the night before because they were drinking wine out of mugs.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last shot, as we saw before, there was a ring, a wine stain ring on them. And I think he like walks over to like say good morning, get a cup of coffee. He moves the ring, he moves the mug off of it, and then he notices the picture. And so he grabs everything and he bolts.
Okay.
Because you remember the last shot is a picture of Emma, and it says Pouncy House and whatever drug ring, whatever boss.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like she would have taken that.
Yeah. Had she seen it, she probably would have taken it.
No, we'll leave this here for evidence. So yeah, basically, they go back to the bike shop, and Andy's whole bike shop is upside down.
Very impressive,
Very.
by the way, that they have completely flipped the entire shop upside down. That is not an easy fet to do.
No, especially with like the electrical and all that with the
And heavy equipment like attached to the ceiling.
impressive. I think Andy
Very
should keep it like
impressive.
that.
I think he should too. It's
Because I think
very
it'd be
cool.
very different, very hip. Like,
I know, right? Get yourself in timeout.
yeah,
Call New York One.
let's do it.
Be like,
Also
look, my
find out
upside
that
down bike shop.
The weed is gone,
Everything's gone. The
the
brain.
brain. just gone. And there's a balloon with a letter on it.
Message.
And the message is exactly what she told him to tell her friend.
Before he knew that she was the boss.
Right. Which was get out of town.
And stay out, right? Get out and stay out.
Something along those lines.
I mean, it's a classic story. Boy meets girl. Boy falls in love with girl. Boy sleeps with girl. Girl
Girl.
steals his weed.
Girl steals his brain.
And his brain.
Um,
Which is very symbolic,
mm-hmm.
if you think about it.
Good brain at that. Just dirty, sorry.
I don't want to know.
Let's
what
talk
I'm
about
thinking.
Nancy's drama.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up with that.
Okay.
So basically, Nancy had to go back to the FCC because they were upset with her for not getting any information.
Because she didn't get anything.
She didn't not only get anything, she didn't bring the... Although I don't understand how she brought the tape back. Oh, that was what they were recording.
They recorded it, yeah.
Okay.
But she had the stupid thing with her. She found it.
Yep.
And then when she went back to him and he's yelling at her and he's like, you're going back to jail. I'm going to call my friends at the DEA and you're over. You're back in the system. I need the microphone back. And she's like, I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't know why she did
Why
that.
wasn't she just like, here, take it?
Maybe part of the bigger plan.
I mean, it was later on. It was her way of getting rid of Zoya.
Oh, right.
But I don't think Nancy thinks in the bigger picture is her biggest problem. I think she is a right now type of person.
Right.
Fix the problem that is occurring at the moment and not worry about what's going to happen later.
Right. And Doug did that for her because they threatened to put her back in jail. Well, the DEA put her in jail. And then they brought Doug in.
Mm-hmm.
They explained who they were to Doug, and Doug always just has that redeeming moment with him.
I know. I was like, where did this come from?
You know, sometimes I look at Doug and I'm like, you douche.
He is. I mean, he does sort of have that quality to him because I think he's like usually so laid back and he doesn't take anything too seriously, it seems like, and he has like a very cool kind of like hip, hey, kind of like the Fonz type character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. But basically he explains to the FCC, you guys basically bought stock with us and your retirement plans are tied in with our company. So if we go down, you guys are all screwed. And he explained, I can see your wife and kids, and it was making him laugh.
It's a very eloquent speech that he gave about sucking on his brown eye and something about thumb and butts, and it's hotter in Florida. It was very eloquent for me, and I enjoyed what he said.
Point being, he shook them up.
Literally
shook them up.
And they were like, all right, I guess we're done here.
Yep.
Nancy got her tape back. Nancy sold some weed and got off scot-free.
Nancy always gets out.
I know. That woman has been touched by an angel.
So she burns down the townhouse.
Do you think she does it or Zoya did it?
No. Nancy did it. And that's when Andy said this was your best plan yet. She did it to frame Zoya, and she goes and acts like she likes Zoya to Zoya and says, the FCC heard that you threatened to burn his house down. His house actually burnt down.
And he's missing, which we didn't talk about. Her boss at Vehement, whatever it's called,
Blue Town.
Leaves town.
To an island that begins with a B.
Yes.
Personally, I think he went to Russia. Just kidding.
I'm going to smack you. If you bring up Russia one more time.
I'll work it in one more.
Oh, my. You're just going to say it randomly. Russia.
No, who does that?
Sorry, no pets.
So, yeah, Zoya runs town and goes to Vermont.
Goes to Vermont. Little Russia.
Really intimate kiss with Nancy and her, though, at the end.
Touching.
Nancy just doesn't make sense to me sometimes.
No, she doesn't make any sense. She has a very good way of
manipulating.
Excuse me, I'm yawning. Yeah, manipulating people, and I think she plays her cards very well when it comes to a one-on-one situation with someone else who has romantic feelings for her, whether or not she has romantic feelings towards them. She's very good at that. Because when she was with her boss earlier in the day, it was very, intimate and touchy-feely, and she was, kissing him and being nice to him, and then he leaves town, and then she gets rid of Zoya, and she's, hugging and kissing, and,
Yep.
She's good at that. She's a very good little actress. That Nancy.
I'm excited for next week. Because this was a good episode.
It was a good episode. I feel like not a lot actually happened.
But it was entertaining.
And we're on episode 9. And still, I feel like nothing has happened.
Nothing epic.
Nothing epic. You stole my word.
We have a few more episodes.
How many?
I'm not sure. I'll get that after the commercial break.
Okay. Because I'm curious to see how many more episodes are left, because if there aren't that many left, I don't really see this season going anywhere.
Which could be a good thing. Because that means that they'll have another season.
Or not.
No, Weeds has gone on too long for them not to wrap it up in some sense.
If there's 3 more episodes left, let's say there's 12 episodes, they could wrap it up in 3 episodes. Zoya's gone.
They just all go to
the
jail.
boss is gone. Everyone gets arrested.
Well,
end of story.
Everyone doesn't get arrested.
Nancy kills herself.
Which we'll talk about when we come back from this commercial break. So,
Sans good.
Like they used to say in the 90s, after these messages,
we'll be right back.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
All right, so we are back, and we're gonna get into some, as they say, predicciones.
Oh. Where do they say that?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, so I'm looking at the before we get into what happened next week.
Mm-hmm.
Weeds has been known to bounce around from either having 13 episodes to 15 episodes.
Okay, so we have like 4 or 5 or 6 more episodes.
Yeah,
Left.
I'm not going to say 6, but what I'm looking at right now, Wikipedia has 4 more episodes listed.
For this season?
Yep, doesn't mean that's the last one, however.
That would only be 11.
No, we're on episode 9.
Oh, right.
That'll be 13.
We were on episode 7. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there's only 4 more episodes left, not a lot can happen in 4 episodes unless everything starts to happen next week.
Just have 4 incredible episodes.
Yeah. They would have to end on a super high note.
Oh, it will.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
I mean, yeah. So next week, Shane is saved from prison.
Well,
So
we think it looks like
Or maybe Nancy's being brought into jail.
I know. So Shane does get arrested.
Oh, we saw that this episode.
Right, but we don't actually know if he gets arrested or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get the idea. Whatever. He gets arrested. He's in jail. Nancy comes and yells at him.
They didn't really show us too much of that.
No.
But I think next week obviously is gonna, revolve around this whole Emma situation.
I think so, but I think Shane also has a plan.
As far as?
Yes, he got arrested, but he's a very smart guy.
I agree.
And so I think he's cooking something up.
I agree. I think that
I don't know what it is, but I know that he definitely has something up his sleeve.
he'll be able to catch Pouncy House.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll strike a deal. Maybe the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and he's going to strike a
The
deal.
apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Clearly not, because he got himself arrested. For something stupid.
Well, yeah. So next week is going to focus around being, I guess they kidnapped Michelle Trachtenberg. And I think Andy's so upset about his bike shop, he's going to partake in this.
I mean, not only did they screw with
family,
but they also messed up his business, which he is trying to keep legitimate.
Right.
And so, I mean, everything's on the ceiling. How is he going to get anything off the ceiling?
I don't know, but I love that the scene of him with the staple gun.
I don't think it was a staple gun. I think it was a nail gun.
Oh, was it?
You think so?
As his weapon choice.
I think a nail gun's a little scarier than a staple gun.
Way more scary.
Yeah, because a nail gun you don't actually... Like, a staple gun wouldn't actually hurt you if it wasn't, like, on your skin. I think a nail gun could shoot a nail at you.
Literally.
Literally.
So yeah, I mean, they really didn't give us too much as far as what's gonna happen next week, other than those two plot lines. Other than that, I can't really predict anything.
No, me neither. I mean,
it's really kind of up in the air right now.
It is. And because
do we think
go
Emma will stay on the bad side, or do we think that eventually she'll be?
I think what's eventually going to happen and where this season is going is they're going to team up.
Okay.
Pouncy House and Milfweed are going to,
So
become one.
Milfy House.
Milfy House. Either that or they're going to find a way to get rid of Pouncy House altogether.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's going to happen. And she'll have to, maybe she'll get away or some sort. But yeah, that was a little too schemish.
What she did was not...
plan was crazy.
Not okay, but you expected...
She is Harriet the Spy.
She was Harriet the Spy, and she plays Georgina on Gossip Girl, who's also a scheming bitch.
So there you go. Well, it's a pleasure, guys. Hopefully next week we have another fun-filled episode of Weeds. Bears in Russia. Until then.
You're going to get it, Jesse.
Adios. How do they say bye in Russian?
I don't know.
Bye.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.